Hey everyone, Miss Janine here. We are going to go over chapters 3 and 4 this week. And there's some good chapters. I think you'll learn quite a bit of things maybe you did not know. So grab your book and let's look at page 68. And it's talking about, we're in the left column again. We're going to look at 3-1. What are three major issues studied by developmental psychologists? We've got nature and nurture. Are you born with it? Is it what you learn through your family, your environment? We've got continuity and stages. What parts of development should we be looking for with children? That type of thing. And stability and change. Which of our traits persist through life? What changes as we age? And talks about conception. Over on page 69, in the tan box, you're going to want to know developmental psychology, branch of psychology that studies physical, cognitive, and social change throughout the lifespan, heredity, environment, those type of things. Epigenetics is over on page 70. We're going to be looking at, this is a great section. Over on page 71, I wish we were in the classroom for some of this. The teratogens, the environmental things that impact the fetus. That's in the middle. We know alcohol, smoking cigarettes, drug use, whether it's prescription, over-the-counter, illegal, all of those impact. They get through the blood-brain barrier and can cause problems. They talk about fetal alcohol syndrome, and that's always one of those you find in the news every now and then. There's an article about is it discrimination if a bartender or wait staff refuse to serve alcohol to a pregnant woman? Is it her choice? Are they protecting the fetus, the baby? And a lot of that, will come into play on your belief system. When does life begin? So over on 71, almost every word in that tan box you'll want to make sure you know. Epigenetics, zygote, the embryo, identical twins, fraternal twins. That's always a good one to know. Fetal alcohol syndrome, teratogen, reflexes. Temperaments over on page 73. Where do we get our temperament? Is it nature or is it nurture? Physical development. I'm going to go on to lots of great stuff. Over on page 74, look at the third paragraph. Your genes laid down the basic design of your brain, rather like the lines of a coloring book, but experience fills in the details. I think that's kind of confounding. Talk about Jean Piaget and cognition. I've got some videos posted. I think you'll really like the videos. I hope you take time, since again, we're not in a classroom where I get to just post all these videos as we're going through the book. You take time to watch some of the videos as you're reading, supplement the reading. I'm hoping you're not just going to the questions and trying to answer them using your book. Look at Piaget. He had certain stages of development. We move on, and table 3-1 on page 79 has his stages. We also will be looking at Vygotsky, Erikson, John Bowlby. All of them have just slightly different theories, which is fine. When you're reading the theories, keep in mind that the era, the years when these people were developing their theories. If you were, one of my big things, especially in a seated classroom, is always, do these theories still apply? How would you develop your own? When I teach developmental psych, one of their projects is designing their own stages of development based on what's going on in the news now. Because, we have children who can, they can probably operate a smartphone better than I can. So things like that make it fun to again, apply critical thinking. So chapter 3, lots of good stuff. Over on page 84, middle column, take a look at authoritarian, permissive, and authoritative parenting. Take some time to self-reflect on how you are if you're a parent, or how you were raised. How have these impacted? On 89, we got Erikson's stages of development. Again, read through those. And again, think about why we care. Why do we care about stages of development? Then we're going to jump into gender and sexuality. It's a short chapter, very short chapter. Talks about gender, puberty, gender roles, gender identity, social learning theory. A couple things, gender typing, sexual dysfunctions, teen pregnancy, sexual orientation. Over on page 122, environment and sexual orientation. Really good section. And again, I wish we were in a seated class, because I would be sharing. We would be spending a couple sessions on this. Read through this. Please read through this. Have an open mind. We all have our religious beliefs, the way we were raised, our own beliefs on this topic. But when I teach it in a seated class, again, I play devil's advocate. I'll get you convinced one side, then I'll get you convinced another, and then we will discuss it. Because I want you to be able to have intelligent conversations. These are very hot, heated, important topics in the news, across social media. There's a lot of pure poo-poo being smeared across. So take some time to look at this chapter. Prenatal influences, genetic influences. There's one over on 124. A lot of this will show you it's a lot of hormonal. Research has shown hormonal things taking place during development that alter. But on 124, maternal immune system responses. This is a really good one to read. They call it the older brother or fraternal birth order effect. Researchers suspect the mother's immune system may have a defective response to substances produced by male fetuses. After each pregnancy with a male fetus, antibodies in her system may grow stronger and prevent the fetal brain from developing in a typical male pattern. Curiously, the older brother effect is found only among right-handed men. So take time to read that. The whole section, again, prenatal influence, is very, very interesting. This week you will have a discussion question. Please, again, follow the grading rubric. I encourage you to use outside journal articles using NC Live to get psychology journals to supplement your answer. There is also, it's called Test 2. Now, I have these labeled as Test 1, Test 2, Test 3, of course, tests. But don't get wrapped up about, oh my God, it's a test. Test 2, I'm sharing an article, a link to an article, so you'll need to pull up the article. It's about a little boy, Max, who is being raised gender neutral. In the morning, he is a boy. In the afternoon, he is a girl. And his parents are doing this because they don't want him to grow up aggressive. So you will need to use that article, and you will need to use your book when answering. There are 10 questions. They are essay questions worth 10 points each. I expect critical thinking. Give me the page number. APA in-text citation is best, but if you're not perfect with APA, just do your best shot with showing me where you're getting your answer to defend your answer, your views. Because with critical thinking, again, you could be the opposite of me. You don't have to write don't write what you think I want to hear. Write what you think and back it up with research. Back it up with the facts, either from the textbook or from another supplemental article that you found. So have fun with test 2. And again, that's one I wish we were in a seated class, because when we work on that, great insights, great thinking. So again, have fun with test 2 and have a great week and enjoy chapters 3 and 4. Bye.